That you were trending worldwide on Twitter right underneath Breaking Bad. Just a fun fact there for you.
No, I didn't. Like, honestly. I will say this: I'm guilty. I'm on my phone a lot, always checking Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and all that stuff. But after the fight, it was like an overload. There was too much, so I took one look at it and I was like, "This is too much for me right now." I was like, "I'm gonna enjoy the moment with with my team and my family, and I'll sit down tomorrow and really check all this out." But I don't even know. I like to tweet a lot and I like interact, but I don't know how to see like what's trending or anything like that. Like I don't know. I didn't know that. No.
One day I'll get you in here and I'll give you a lesson. But
Yeah.
another thing about your post fight was not a lot of fighters get the opportunity to be on ESPN after their fight. It's not often we see like the Wounded Warriors handing fighters a flag. What was all that like for you? I mean, you already said it was a little bit overwhelming, but what did it mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, Operation Warrior Reconnect. I went with them and uh on Tuesday and went to visit a lot of the troops, and World Series of Fighting is great, and they hooked up all the troops with tickets to the fights. So like I had a big crowd there for me. It was like I was fighting at home because I had all these guys that I met that were awesome, that were rooting for me, and being on Sports Center is pretty cool.
Yeah.
you know
No
Well,
doubt.
Nick, we were talking to Dr. Jason Burke, who Hangover Heaven and Vita Heaven LV out here in Las Vegas, work with some fighters, and we were all marveling, and the doctor especially, at how exciting your fight was. I mean, I think we've got this as maybe a category of a fight of the night, right?
Oh, it was the best fight of the night for me. I agree.
And with that being the case, Nick, I mean, here's something. I mean, I know that, with the congenital amputeeism, which is the condition that you have, and like Phil said, a lose-lose situation in some fighters' minds. But with this stage being set up, do you think there's a shot for even bigger and bigger promotions down the line for you? I mean, can you see UFC in your future? That's that sort of thing?
Well, I mean, that's really the only one that's really bigger and I mean, Bellator is big too, and they have great things going on. But I really love the way that World Series promotes their fighters, and they put me on the main card, which is amazing. And UFC is the biggest, but I'm not. I could compete with anyone in the UFC and make it a good fight, and I've been saying that for forever, and it's just no one believed me until probably now, and it's funny to me, but I was a free agent and I signed with World Series of Fighting, and I couldn't be happier, and they're on the up, and they really know what they're doing, and I'm not going to complain and say I want to be somewhere else. I'm very happy, and one of the reasons why I fought so well, World Series treats you so well. And before the fight, the vice president sat us down and he said, he's like, listen, he's like, we're not going to cut anyone after tonight. Everyone still has a job, so don't worry about anything but the fight, and just go out there and fight like I know you guys can. You're here for a reason, and let's put on a show. And that's what we did. And I always, when I fight, it's always exciting, because I come to fight. I don't come to not lose. I come to win. And, I'm a wrestler, so I try to keep a wrestler's pace and fast, action-packed. And I'm not like, when I go out there, I'm not like, oh, I'm going to make this an exciting fight. It's just naturally how I fight,
Hey, Nick, this is Dr. Burke from Hangover Heaven and Vita Heaven. That was a great fight the other night. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I had a question, though, just as far as your congenital deformity. Looking at pictures, you have a full elbow joint, correct?
Yeah, I got a full elbow, and it's like a little bit of a forearm.
And do you have both a radius and an ulna, or was there just one of the bones in the forearm there?
I'm not a scientist.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, because it looks like that arm did a pretty good job the other night, and I think people probably discount that a lot. And when looking at you, I think that you did a great job with it, and I think people do discount that issue for you quite a bit, which is to their detriment.
Well, and it's kind of like Nick.
Yeah, it's just an elbow. It's just like hitting with an elbow, so it's like
Yeah.
not like any special rules, you know. It's just
Yeah.
like you get hit with a regular elbow. I mean, I was hitting him. I caught him with a good elbow with my right, and